I didn't realize I had a heart-shaped sponge. I was so amused. I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in Deep Rich for the majority of the center of my face. Later you'll see that I used 22.7, which is Deep Walnut, around the perimeter of my face and the places where I would contour. The reason I do that sometimes is if I run out of time, I still have a slight contour if I don't have time to actually contour later. Sometimes I'll use either a pink or lavender color corrector for my highlight. I can get away with that because of my undertone being pinkish and slightly bluish. If it is lighter than my normal highlight though, I do make sure to apply it and blend it while my foundation is still wet so that I can blend it in and everything melts together well. I'm not sure if I explained before, but the reason why I do the zigzags on my contour and highlight is so that there aren't harsh lines that make it very obvious where I've highlighted and contoured. This is the Ben Nye Loose Setting Powder in Pretty Pink. I wasn't originally going to show my eyeshadow application, but then I decided just to keep it in because I know most people start with the transition shade and go from there, and I do mine differently. I can't explain why, I'm not really sure, but this is how I do my eyeshadow, so I just decided I would go ahead and keep it in so people can see I still get fairly decent results, even though I am super messy. I'm just putting this shade on my inner and outer corners. I'm not putting it in the middle just because I know I'm going to be putting a different color there. Just blending with a clean brush. Here's where I did my crease slash contour. I decided to go with a deep gray since I knew I was going to be wearing gray that day. And I decided to put it above everything else just so that it would stand out a little more. Not adding more product, just blending out my crease shade. Just more blending, not adding extra product. I've realized most of my makeup time is spent blending. I decided to wear two blushes today, or this day. They are both from Shop Miss A. The irritated face I had was the containers are really irritating and they make a big mess. But the colors are pretty and they were only $1 each, so why not use them? As you can see, I'm also a little heavy-handed with my blush, and I use a lot, which is why I do my blush before I do my loose powder. That way I know my loose powder can tone it down so I don't look completely insane. My no color powder can sometimes leave an ashy cast on my face. That's why I use my rose water spray afterwards. That just helps to help everything melt in together and blend and counteract some of that ashiness. And then also, while it's still wet, I put on my highlighter. My highlighter has something to stick to if my face is slightly dewy, and that helps my highlighter pop a little more. The moment I decided to be extra and put on a second highlighter. Clean, fluffy brush just for blending. Thank goodness for makeup eraser pens. I don't know why I always feel the need to flick the end of my eyeliner, but when I do, sometimes I screw up just like that, and I can fix it. This is after about 8.5 hours wear time. There isn't too much oil breakthrough. Usually I have way more. There's no separation, minimal fading. I'm happy. The reason I'm sometimes out of frame is because of my makeup situation. Here's where I put my iPhone when I'm recording, and this is my messy makeup card and my mirror hung up with some sketty string.